This is the book of Micah, chapter 4, verse 13. Arise and thresh, O daughter of Zion, for I will make thine horn iron, and I will make thy hooves brass. And thou shalt beat in pieces many people, and I will consecrate their gain unto the Lord, and their substance unto the Lord of the whole earth. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the name who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahweh Shai is his son who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and all glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim, Rakah Kadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And citation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai's sake. Our brother Samak from the GMS Miami camp. And yes, the reason why I brought out the book of Micah, chapter 4, verse 13, is that what you see in front of your screen is just more evidence and proof that we're going to need spiritual powers. The men of the Lord, okay, which are coming out of the nation of Israel, because that's who the Lord is dealing with, all right, are going to need spiritual powers. So for you plantation Christians out there, clowns like Vocab Malone, all right, who gives a damn what you believe in? This is what we believe in, and we back it up with the scriptures, all right? And for the military-industrial complex, right, personnel that are building, all right, these cyborg warriors, whether they by enhancing your soldiers with chips and other things, or just building robots in general. This is not going to stop, all right, the spiritual powers that the Lord is going to give his men, all right? And we understand you got these soldiers ready to go because we know we're in the last days, and we know that your time is short. So that's why, anybody who sees 2050, you better just disregard that year, because Esau knows his time is short. There ain't no damn 2050. He's got these cyber warriors and these robots ready to go. So again, let's go back to the book of Micah, chapter 4, verse 13. Arise and thresh, O daughter of Zion, right? And this is talking about the Israelites. Okay, start with the men. Jeremiah chapter 6, verse 2. I have likened the daughter of Zion to a comely and delicate woman. Right. So the Lord compares his people to a woman. That's why Yahweh Shai is known as the bridegroom. Okay. And the Israelites are known as the bride. Okay. So that's talking about Israel, starting with the men. And best believe the Lord is going to give spiritual powers to certain men here in Babylon the Great, which I'll get. Let's continue on. For I will make thine horn iron, and I'll make thy hooves brass. Right, horn represents power. Okay? Again, hooves brass. All right, brass, power. All right, strength. Okay? That's talking about spiritual powers. And thou shalt beat in pieces many people. Right. That proves that we're going to need spiritual powers. How are we going to beat in pieces many people? All right, Lord, when I'm part of that number. All right, but I believe, and so do my brothers do. So do my elders and apostles who taught us about spiritual powers. And I will consecrate their gain unto the Lord, and their substance unto the Lord of the whole earth. Right, we're going to get back what you took. Okay, because the gold, the silver, all right, the resources of this earth, that was given to us by our power, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. He created it for our sake, okay? He made it for us, okay? In fact, let me get a scripture to bring that out, just precept upon precept, line upon line. Isaiah chapter 60, verse 8. Oh, it's verse 9, but I'll bring out 8. Who are these that fly as a cloud and as a doves to their windows? Right, it's talking about the chariots, so-called UFOs. That's right. We got an air support. We have an air force. Just like Esau, all right? Just like you nations, you have your air force, all right? The Lord has his air force, and they're going to protect us in these last days, all right? Just like the Lord has his foot soldiers, which are certain men, lower on part of it, that are going to have spiritual powers, man, okay? 9. Surely the isles shall wait for me, and the ships of Tarshish first, to bring the sons from far, their silver and their gold with them, unto the name of the Lord thy power, and the Holy One of Israel, because he hath glorified thee. Right, you're going to be bringing back our goods, our substances, okay? Gold and silver, all right? This is basically after you're defeated, all right? In all wars, once the enemy's defeated, what do you take? The spoils, all right? They showed it in tons of Hollywood movies. You see, a plantation Christian can't get it because they're idiots. In fact, hey man, plantation Christians belong in a insane asylum. You know, I'd rather deal, all right, with a Satanist because I know where he's coming from. But to talk to a plantation Christian, you got to stay the fuck away from them. They're out of their mind. Okay? 10. And the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls, and their king shall minister unto thee. For in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor have I had mercy on thee. Right, we're going to have slaves too. Because once you defeat, okay, your enemies, you take the spoils, you take the goods, and you take the slaves. That's why we're going to have slaves, we're going to have concubines. Okay, this is war, baby. Okay, this is how war is conducted. All right? Anyway, we're going to go back. So let's get another spiritual power. Let's go, one of my favorite ones right here. Zechariah chapter 9, verse 13. Right, you're seeing now, okay, if you look at things spiritually, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Americans coming together, all right, under Yahweh Shai, coming together under the name that the Lord placed upon them, Israel, okay? They're no longer calling themselves black, they're no longer calling themselves Hispanic, they're no longer calling themselves Native American, they're calling themselves Israelites from their respective tribe. Zechariah chapter 9, verse 13. When I have bent Judah for me, filled the bow with Ephraim, and raised up thy sons, O Zion. Talking about the northern and southern kingdom. Judah represents the southern kingdom. Ephraim represents the northern kingdom. Put it together, that's the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. That's why James wrote, Yahweh Shai's brother, James 1:1, to the 12 tribes that are scattered abroad, greetings. New Testament for you bozo plantation Christians. O Zion, against thy sons, O Greece, and made thee as the sword of a mighty man. Right, the Lord's going to give his men spiritual power. Make them as a sword as a mighty man. Spiritual power. We're not even going to have to lift anything up. We're going to use telekinesis, all right? We're going to have fire come out of our hand. Spirit bombs. I like Dragon Ball Z. I like watching Dragon Ball Z. Stuff like that. Goku, well, my favorite character is Vegeta, all right? But anyway, you know what I'm talking about. That. 14, and the Lord shall be seen over them, and his arrow shall go forth as the lightning, and the Lord God shall blow the trumpet, and shall go with whirlwinds of the south. Right, because the Lord's going to be dealing with us. He's going to be giving us that spiritual power, and the Lord's going to be protecting us. And again, we got our Air Force, okay, the chariots, so-called UFOs. All right, we have an army too, all right? So let's get into this article, all right? And again, disregard the 2050 crap. They have it now. So, cyborg warriors could be here. Cyber warriors are here. Department of Defense study group says. Right, this is from the Department of Defense, the DOD. Ear, eye, brain, and muscular enhancements is technically feasible now or earlier. See, they have to put in the earlier because they're the devil. According to a study released this month by the U.S. Army's Combat Capabilities Development Command, the demand for cyborg-style capabilities will be driven in part by civilian healthcare market. Uh-oh. Now you know why they have to roll out the you-know-what, all right? Because it's all part of the plan, which will assimilate people to the industry, to an industry fraught with ethical, legal, social challenges, according to Defense Department researchers. Right, that's why they needed to do this jump shot, all right, to see who's willing to comply and who's not, because they really want to go and push a MOTB on everyone, all right, to fuse man with machine, all right? This is in what's going on within the military, man, and within the government, and with these corporations like Elon Musk and clowns, okay? Implementing the technology across the military, however, will likely run up against the dystopian narrative found in science fiction, among other issues the researchers added. The report entitled Cyborg Soldier, Now Human-Machine Fusion, there we go, and the implications for the future of the DoD is the result of a year-long assessment. Right, so it makes sense why we're going to need spiritual powers, man, because Esau's coming with some shit. Which, bring it, Esau, let's go. You know, we here, we understand what it is, man. It's Esau versus Israel, the Edomites versus the Israelites, okay? Esau versus Jacob. It goes all the way back, okay, to Genesis chapter 25, all right? When Rebecca, the fight that was going on in Rebecca's womb. Isaac and Rebecca, read that story. The team identified 4 capabilities as technically feasible now. I'm not saying 2050. Again, this is bullshit. They have it now. All right, I'm as just to speak openly, not to go off on a tangent or off topic. I was ex-military. I was in the military. All right, I've seen some shit, okay, that you wouldn't fathom when I was in the military. Okay, Esau has some shit, but guess what? The Lord has men with spiritual powers, and the Lord has, okay, the chariots. Okay, Yahushua is coming with his big spaceship. Okay, we got the you know. This is going to be an epic battle. I don't know. I'm excited, man, because I know what side I'm fighting on now, okay? That's just it. I know what side I'm fighting. I'm fighting on the side of Yahweh Ba'ashem Al Shai. All right, that's my general. You fucking faggot-ass Edomites. Let's continue on. Ocular enhancements to imagining, sight, and situational awareness, restoration and program, muscular control through an optogenetic bodysuit sensor web, right? You little faggot Robocop shit. All the territory advancement for communication and protection, and direct neutral enhancements of human brain for two-way data transfer. What's that talking about? Digital awe. Okay, that's why you got to watch the financial system. Okay, that's how everything's being played into it. All right. So there you go. So now let's get to some more spiritual power scriptures. Let's get it in, because the men of the Lord are going to have spiritual powers in Babylon the Great. Clowns like Voclap. When did this happen? All right. That's why to defeat a plantation Christian, just go into prophecy, because they have nothing to say, all right? They're idiots. They belong in a sale asylum. Jeremiah 51, chapter 51, verse 19, the portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the form of all things, and Israel is the rod of his inheritance. The Lord of hosts is his name. 20, thou art my battle axe and weapons of war, for with thee, meaning with you, Israel, start with the elect men, because they're going to be the ones selected for spiritual powers, will I break in pieces the nations, and with thee will I destroy kingdoms. And with thee will I break in pieces the horse and his rider, and with thee will I break in pieces the chariot and his rider. Right, your tank is gonna get thrown, all right, to another state. Okay, for example, if a man with spiritual powers is here in Florida, he's gonna lift up that tank without even touching it, just using his mind. He's going to lift up that tank and throw it to a brother over in California or in Texas or in Washington, you know, in the West Coast. You know, I always tell brothers in my camp, man, if Lord gives me spiritual powers and I'm stuck on I-95 when he gives me spiritual powers, I'm throwing a whole bunch of, okay, Florida vehicles over to the West Coast. So if brothers start seeing, okay, license plates with Florida on it, just know it's probably Brother Samak, all right, tearing up shop, because that's one thing I can't stand. That's how I know this shit is not meant. Sitting in fucking traffic, all right? That is not normal. Anybody who thinks sitting in traffic is normal, as what man was destined to be, was to sit in fucking traffic to go to work and come back, I can't talk with you. You get away from me, okay? Anyway, continuing on. 22. With thee also will I break in pieces man and woman, and with thee will I break in pieces old and young, and with thee will I break in pieces the young man and the maid. Right, that's why the scriptures say the Lord is not a respecter of persons. Anybody can get it, okay? Anybody can get it. And hey, and this is not far-fetched. You clowns walking the earth. Has not the American military killed men, women, and children? Did not General Mark Milley say, prior to them finding out it was a whole bunch of children that he killed, that it was a righteous strike, and then it came out 2 weeks later that he killed a whole bunch of children. 7 children got put to death by a drone strike. Did any of y'all cry? Did any of y'all protest and blink an eye? No. You're too busy talking about Oscars and Will Smith smacking Chris Rock. You clowns in America need to be judged. You're fucking clowns, man. I don't like you people here. Anyway, continuing on. 23. I will break in pieces with thee the shepherd and his flock, and I will break in pieces the husband and his yoke oxen, and with thee, and I will break in pieces. Let me read that one more time. I will also break in pieces with thee the shepherd and his flock, false prophets, false pastors, pseudo-Hebrew Israelites. That's talking about you too. And with thee will I break in pieces the husband and his yoke of iron, and with thee will I break in pieces captains and rulers. There you go. That's going to happen in our lifetime. This is a future prophecy. 24. And I will render unto Babylon, to all the inhabitants of Chaldea, all their evil that they have done in Zion in your sight, saith the Lord. Right. So every shit you did to us, it's a recompense. It's a payback. Okay? So yeah. The men of the Lord are going to get spiritual powers to fuck shit up. And this is what we're waiting on. All right? And Esau got his mighty men, his little cyborg fuck boys. All right? So it's only fair and balanced. That's fair and balanced, okay? That we have spiritual powers. The Lord will impart that number. Isaiah chapter 41, verse 15, I'll close out with this. Behold, I will make thee a new sharp threshing instrument having teeth. Thou shalt thresh the mountains. Mountains represent the governments, okay? And who controls the governments? The people, okay? And who's in the rulership? The Edomites. And beat them small, and shall make the hills as chaff. 16. Thou shalt fan them, and the wind shall carry them away, and the whirlwind will scatter them, and thou shalt rejoice in the Lord, and shalt glory in the Holy One of Israel. Right, so we're going to be praising Yahweh B'Shem Shai while we putting heavy damage on your infrastructure, on your institutions, and on you weak-ass people, man. And as again, this is what we believe in. The Lord's going to give us spiritual powers. We know we have no might now, and you Edomites know that. Jake got barely a pot to piss in, got barely 2 pennies to rub together. You know that. All right, but we believe one day, there's that one day that the Lord's going to give us spiritual powers. Hey, and the tables are going to turn. And that's when you're going to realize you done fucked up. You know what I mean? Hey, this is what we believe in. This is why we go so hard. Because, hey, all right, it's only righteous. It's only righteous. Hey, one more. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, verse 1. But the souls of the righteous are in the hands of God, and there shall no torment touch them. Right. The Lord is going to protect us. All right. That's another thing. So when you lift up that, when you come in as a flood, and Yahweh B'Shem Shai lifts up that standard, all right, he's going to protect us. And certain men are going to get spiritual powers that you can shoot bullets at them, you can fire a tank round at them, you can drop missiles, drone strikes, and they won't even get a scratch. Not even get dirty, okay? Be completely, all right, protected by Yahweh B'Shem Shai. 2, in the sight of the unwise, they seem to die, and their departure is taken for misery. Right now, us talking like this, you thinking that, man, this guy, he lost it. He's talking about spiritual powers. He's talking about flying. He's talking about doing Dragon Ball Z shit. This guy's out of his mind. But guess what? All right? Hey, you continue to do what you do. We going to continue to do what we do. All right? We'll see who's right at the end. All right? So whatever. And we are alive in Yahweh B'Shem Shai. 3, and they're going from us to be utter destruction, but they are in peace. Right? And we're in peace, man. Because we understand the Lord's movie. 4, for though they be punished in the sight of men, yet is their hope full of immortality. Right? And that's our hope, immortality. Because when we find out we got spiritual power, that's it. We already know the Lord dealing with us. Okay? And when it's manifested, when we're talking about spiritual powers, because brothers got spiritual powers now with prayer, okay? Brothers been healed. But we're talking about when brothers got that spiritual power to knock a building down, okay? Throw a tank to the west coast of Babylon, That's when we gonna know, yo, the Lord dealing with me. I'm immortal. You ever watch the Highlander series, I Am Immortal, that song? Yeah. I like that show, Highlander. 5, and have been a little chastised, They shall be greatly rewarded. Right, we're being a little chastised now, going through, okay, affliction, whether it be physical, mental, whether it be financial, anything, man. Brothers is always going through some shit. All right, that just proves, that we're the Lord's chosen people, because we're under the curses. For God proved them and found them worthy for himself. 6. As gold in the furnace hath he tried them and received them as a burnt offering. 7. And in time of their visitation they shall shine and run to and fro like sparks among the stubble. Right, and a good example is Dragon Ball Z. Whenever you see Vegeta and Goku, when they're running, okay, and they're jumping, they're trying to get to another part of the earth, they're constantly just jumping and for lack of better words, sprinting, okay, and to this mountain, to that mountain, just all right. That's the type of power we're gonna have, man. But you gotta believe it, okay? And hey, don't let these plantation Christians deter your belief. They're retarded. They don't know what's about to happen. They don't even know the government's doing this. All right, they're idiots. But again, plantation Christians belonging in a sale asylum. All right, they need mental help, man. They need us to speak to a psychiatrist about their fucking, all right, retarded ass doctrine, okay? Because they're retarded. People like Vocab Malone, that's a retard, man. But anyway, again, I'll reiterate, regurgitate, repeat. The Lord gonna give his men spiritual powers. We're gonna need it to go against these devils, especially Esau, Edom. All right, these heathens, we got to go against them and the wicked of our nation. Okay, Micah chapter 4 verse 13. Arise and thresh, O daughter of Zion, for I will make thine horn iron, and I will make thy hooves brass, and thou shalt beat in pieces many people, and I will consecrate their gain unto the Lord, and their substance unto the Lord of the whole earth. And with that, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakak Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of great millstone who ruled well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth, risking their life for Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai's sake. I'm Brother Samak from the GMS Miami camp. Lord, when this lesson was edifying. All right, brothers, keep studying, keep praying. All right, pray without ceasing, pray for each other. Pray, all right, for the apostles and elders. Okay, for the futures that are watching, keep studying. And when you pray with your head covered, shalom, and the bottom of the ball, shalom.